Hey y'all. Hey, hey. Wait. What you say? Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. They don't love you like I love you. I love that song. Wait. They don't love you like I love you. No, wait. Hey y'all. Dag, I ain't even titled this. I don't even know what to title it for real. I'm just coming to y'all sharing with y'all like my experience over the last couple weeks been crazy through the roof. So, welcome in, welcome. My experience for these last couple of weeks has been very interesting. Very interesting. And not interesting in a bad way, just how can I explain this? Just sitting back being an observer, right? And when you observe things without really attaching yourself to the things that you observe, just being an onlooker. The way that God really works, y'all, it could look like a chaotic situation. It could look like something is going left, okay? But God has divinely orchestrated it to go all the way right. Like, I don't know. It's wild. When you don't really expect nothing and you start seeing abundance manifestations, you start seeing the words that you speak. This is if you speak in positive, because if you speak in negative, the words that you speak, you will see those too, but you won't delight in them, okay? But just really looking at how God operates, right? How situations can look like, but I just prayed for this, and it can turn out a whole nother way. It can look like it's going another way. Hey, but then it's like God really be like, I put this together all along. Hey, hey, y'all. So these last couple of weeks been those type of moments where you can sit up there and say you praying for something, and then thank you. You could say you praying for something, and then it look like all hell about to break loose. And you like, nah, I ain't pray for this. What's going on? But then when you really just sit back and be an observer of the situations that's in your life, you will see how God orchestrated it that way. Like it looked like it's going left, but it's really going right for you. It looked like it ain't working out, and then after it's all over with, you be like, I was sweating over that. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from the matrix, from reality, right? Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is. And it's crazy because, like, y'all, with Thanksgiving, pray with Thanksgiving. You ask God, you praise God, right? Good evening, England. Enter his courts with praise. What did it say? Enter his courts with thanksgiving and his enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. That's how you do it. Thank you, Lord. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. You are glorious. Thank you for all that you have done. Coming from a place of gratitude, being thankful for the things that you have, not being focused and being ungrateful, focusing on things that you don't have, thinking you need more. God has supplied everything that you need within you. You have all the tools that you need to do whatever it is that you need to do. But what I'm seeing now is just like, and even I'm not excluded either, but it's like fear. That fear is a mug, y'all. Y'all can sit in fear and listening to conversations. I was like, ooh, I see why. Now it's like everything be scary. I'm scared to go here. I'm scared to go there. I'm scared to do this. I'm scared, just scared for no reason at all. And it don't even be nothing to be afraid of, right? How do you overcome fear? Walk with it. Walk with it and talk with it and tell it you about to run this show. Okay, I'm gonna be fearful, but I'm gonna still do it. I'm still gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna take my little fearful self on. That's how you overcome it, right? Because fear gonna always exist. But being scared to do stuff is like, yeah. So yeah, that's what's interesting over the last couple of weeks. And even with the fear, let's talk about fear. You said fear demands a lot of faith. Um, I don't know. Because you know what? I could have faith in God and still be fearful. I got faith that God gonna do it, but I'm still fearful because I've never traveled a path before. So sometimes it could be hand in hand for real. When you have faith and you have fear and you still gonna go on because you know at the end of the day that God got your back and he works everything out for your good. Yeah. Because sometimes you can look back and be like, you done came too far to go backwards. So the only way to go is forward. Or either you're gonna stay stuck and complacent. So people do stuff in fear anyway, and a lot of it ain't even fear for real. A lot of people just be talking for real. A lot of people don't really be in fear. They think they do, but people really be tougher than what they think they are. You put them in the middle of a situation and you'll find out just how strong a person is and how much fear they ain't got. Because sometimes that fear gonna push you to be like, you know what? With that fight or flight syndrome, it's gonna push that up out of you. So yeah. It's funny that you say that because I saw this post that said the average person, the average household has two washing machines in their home. Two. Okay. The first machine, the first washing machine is the one you wash your clothes in. And the second washing machine is the brain washing machine that you turn on and watch and flick the stations to. So a lot of times you can be caught up in the brainwashing of what other people tell you and you just roll with it. You listen to it and you'll say, uh, yeah, this is going on, that's going on. And we're powerful beings, right? We are so powerful that even the language is called spelling, right? And spells and stuff. So when we speak stuff, we are so powerful that we can kind of speak things into existence. The fear that people think they have when they talk about different things and what's going to happen in the future, you speaking it. And it can happen in your reality. What is your opinion about using affirmations? I think affirmations is really good to use. You do need to affirm yourself. You need to affirm yourself daily of who you are. You have to be reminded of that, especially if you are a lot around people. Like, say you got a job, or you just have to be around a lot of people. There's so many different energies out there, and those energies talk negative about themselves as well and about other people. So you have to be careful of what you are allowing into your spirit. And then for those moments where you can't really control what goes into your spirit because you're around these people, like you have to be around people at work or what have you, you have to affirm yourself as well before you start your day. I am powerful. I am bold. I have. Speak as if you already have it. Speak as if it's already so. And that's how you walk into it. You don't speak affirmations on it's going to happen. You speak it as if it already is. So it's just reaffirming yourself and being confident in yourself. Actually, when I was looking up the gentle parenting technique that people use, the gentle parenting technique was really one of those where instead of saying you're proud of a child, you know how back in the day they used to say, I'm so proud of you. And so when they were proud of you, they would say it all the time as a kid, right? But then as you become an adult, they be like, don't be too proud, don't be prideful, don't be this. And it's like, wait, as a kid, a child is told that all the time. Somebody is proud of them. So with the gentle parenting really encourages the child to affirm it for themselves and say, "Are you proud of yourself? You should be proud of yourself. Are you?" So instead of saying, "I'm proud of you," because that's looking for outside validation, you saying, "Are you proud of you? Are you proud of what you did? Are you very smart?" And you let the child affirm it for themselves. So I like that part of the gentle parenting that is now being included into uh, the children's programming, which is good. But yeah, so these last couple of weeks been very interesting. And it all has to do with the power of your words. It all has to do with you just allowing God to unleash the manifestations in your life without trying to step in and take over. Y'all remember that saying that y'all used to say, what was it, about a year ago? About a year or two ago? When y'all was like, Holy Spirit, activate, activate, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Remember that? And when y'all said Holy Spirit activate, the Spirit was like, oh yeah, oh okay, we about to activate it. We about to put this thing in full fledged, and everything started happening divinely in order, right? But the flesh is what gets scared and be like, oh no, we can't. You start seeing things happening, playing out before you in front of your eyes, and you don't want to receive it because the spirit is already activated for divine order, but the flesh is like, I don't understand this, and I want to keep you safe. You said you are absolutely right, but being mentally strong is difficult. It needs daily practice, and only few can afford. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, if only few can afford, I don't know. Um, I'm not sure. I won't speak that on nobody if only a few can afford, because I'm not sure. But you do have to be mentally strong. You do have to practice, right? Like you said, daily practice is what it takes altogether. So it's a lot of people out here now. Don't get it twisted. What did Kevin Gates say? We in a great divide. You either vibrate low or you choose to vibrate high. So it's a choice, it's a decision, whatever it is. Everything in your life is a decision. You made a choice. It's no accident, it's no mistake, it's no difficulty to it. It's just a choice. You know, I could be sitting up here one minute and I could be saying, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sad. Oh, it's just nothing is work. Oh no, why me? Woe is me." I could sit up there and say that day in and day out. And then one day I could just snap out of it and be like, you know what, man? Forget this. I'm about to just go ahead and do this, do that. I ain't about to play with it no more. Like, you can really just have a mind shift. And once you shift your mind, you're not even in that energy no more of being weak in the mind or allowing your flesh to overpower your spirit being, right? Allowing your ego to keep speaking for you. So it's really just about that shift at the end of the day. Once you make a decision to shift your thinking, to shift your mind, to decide that you no longer want to operate in that energy, that it no longer suits you, you're going to step right out of it and you're going to step into the new. You're going to step right out of that negative thinking and you're going to get right into the positive thinking, right? You're going to start thinking the way that you're supposed to, or that you choose to, right? So everything is a choice. And a lot of times choices are influenced by the things that are around us, outside of us, because we're not going within. We are searching for validation and everything outside of us. So when we look outside of us, we're expecting for the world to confirm what it is that we believe about ourselves. They don't know what we believe for real. You don't even know what you believe. You got to find that within, you know? So, yeah, going within instead of going without. Go within so you don't go without. Ain't that what it say? So yeah. But you absolutely right. Um, You say sometimes we lost in our daily routine. That's a choice. Once again, that's a choice. If you lost in your daily routine, who said you was lost? You know, sometimes we ain't lost. We just consumed by it, but that don't mean you lost in it, right? Sometimes people don't want to change. Change is hard. Change is really hard for someone who don't want to do it. Change becomes easy once you choose that your current situation and where you are currently is hard. Once you make a determination to say, I'm having it hard where I am right now, so I have no other choice but to make a different decision, then change becomes easy, you know. So if you always into a daily routine and you stuck on that routine because it keeps you comfortable and it makes you safe and it makes you feel like you are familiar, it keeps you in familiarity, then yeah, it's hard to change. But once you decide that being comfortable is hard, changing is easy. How to forgive some people who hurt you. How to forgive some people who hurt you. Well, go within. Accept that what is what is. What has happened has happened. So if that person hurt you, maybe they didn't hurt you. Maybe they hurt themselves, right? Because a lot of times when you think somebody's hurting you, no, they're hurting themselves. They don't value themselves enough to think highly to protect themselves. So they'll hurt anything that's in their way, including them. But forgiveness is really just going within and accepting what happened and making a decision. A lot of us don't want to face reality and we don't want to see. We want to keep rose colored glasses on when we deal with people so that we don't see who they truly are. But once you wake up and you take them glasses off and you start seeing people for who they are, you're going to be looking at them like, I let you hurt me? Nah, You? But you got to wake up to that realization to be like, nah, who is you? Once you start looking at a person like that with that, like, your mentality is just, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Once you start looking at a person from a different perspective, then you can change your perspective about them. Or perception. Like, you thought highly of them. Start detaching from people. Stop being so quick to attach to people and allowing them to hurt you. You're hurting yourself because if you put yourself in a situation and you seen flags come along the way and you disregarded them, who really hurt who? Did the person hurt you or did you hurt you? Because we can overlook things a lot just because we in our heads living out this perception of who this person could be, the potential. We're focused on the potential of people. You know what I mean? So stop expecting stuff from people. People is stop putting people on a pedestal. Put it that way. Stop putting them on a pedestal. Stop attaching yourself to them just for the sake of having to be with people or around people or wanting people. Let it go. See people for who they are, not who you want them to be, who you think they would be down the line. They are who they are. And ain't nothing getting changed with diapers, right? Nah, people change too, but they have to want it for themselves. Oh, you're so welcome. But yeah, don't think that people hurt you. You hurt you. Anytime, you know what? Another way you could look at it too is when you see people, everybody that we encounter on our path is us. We get to experience us from an outside perspective because it's just like when you have to look in the mirror to see yourself, or just like when you have to you can't see yourself even though you're with yourself. You just can't see yourself and you don't really know, and you going to give yourself the fluff when you try to tell about yourself. Oh, I'm just the nicest person in the world. Oh, I'm this or I'm that. You're going to boost it up to make you feel good even though you talk bad about yourself. But when you start experiencing you outside of you with other people, it'll begin to show you your triggers. It'll show you your ego. It will show you everything. If you people make you upset, that means it's something within you that you need to work on. If people make you happy, then that's a part of you. That's something that's within you. If everything is good in life and then around you in your environments, that's because you've worked on yourself in those areas. But when people start to piss you off or people start to trigger you and make you feel a certain type of way, that's the area you need to go work on, because it's not the people, it's you experiencing you on the outside of you, right? So, yeah, no one's hurting you but you, especially if you allow people to stay in your space longer than what they should have been from the beginning, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Y'all got some more questions? I ain't gonna even hold y'all, but y'all got to stay in a positive energy. Y'all got to start speaking more highly of yourself. Start speaking. And you said, I've read the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It supports your idea. Okay, yeah. I like that book. I haven't read it in a while, but I like it. Um, and then you got to realize, too, that the reality that we are living in today, I don't think this world is the world that we grew up with. This ain't the same world that we grew up in. Like, a whole new world. I think that's what we in right now. Shalom. Lovey-dovey. But I think we're in a whole new world now. So realities are shifting. Paradigms are shifting. Mentalities are shifting, right? People are calling, hey, people are calling their power back to them. And the way that they call their power back to them is by focusing on themselves, detaching from other people, places, things, feelings, triggers. You detach from it, right? Become emotionally stable, intelligent. Oh my goodness. Wow. So, do you believe we live in a simulation or something? I ain't never thought about it. Never thought about it. I believe we live on this realm, whatever realm that is. There's different realms to the world, but if we living in a simulation, I don't know. Everything is perception based, right? Your reality is based off of your perception. There's no right or wrong. There's no, this is the truth. You know, you might have the truth, but you know, everybody has their truth. So I do kind of feel like it. What was that movie my coach told me to watch? I forgot the name of the movie my coach told me to watch. But it was like the dude was living his regular life or what have you, and all of a sudden he realized, like, he was brushing his teeth, doing everything, going to work every day, and he realized he was being watched and recorded, like they were filming him, right? And so as they were filming him, he realized, like, everything, he started chasing this girl, and then he realized everything was fake when he got to the end, and I guess they wanted him to continue to live in the matrix. And then he chose to step out of it and go for what he wanted. So when he stepped out of that matrix, the movie was over. So when you decide to step out of the matrix, I believe that is similar to that movie. You know, my uncle always say, life imitates art, imitates life. And he see it just like that. Life imitates art, imitates life. Because it's all as a reflection of each other. So whether we living in a simulation or not, yeah. Have you ever thought you are alone in this universe, and everyone else might be some sort of AI programs. Well, first of all, AI programs are replicas of us, right? Um, they do what we do. If we use our power, our minds on a higher level, the average person only uses 10% of the brain, but I don't even think it's the average person no more. You know what I'm saying? So just think if we could live like Lucy did in that movie, and I think is replicating us. We're not replicating AI, so it does what we do. But as far as being alone in the universe, uni is one, and so that means it is alone. You are in your own universe, right? It's this universe within, and then you have the one that's outside of you. But yeah, you are alone. You born alone. You die alone. You see people, and then it's not like you're constantly stuck with somebody. You see people, and then you don't. You move on. You back to your own space. You're back to your own world, universe. So I believe what you believe about that. You believe everyone else might be some sort of AI program? But yeah, if people start using more of their brain, then even if like that one dude, if we could use 15% of our brain instead of 10, we would be so much more powerful. But I think we don't realize the power. We know the power that we have, but we speak so negatively. And then when we ask for things, we don't ask for what we really want because we're comfortable with the smallest thing. We'll take the least little bit, so it could require the least little bit of work from us, right? But when you use your brain power to really manifest and create things that you really desire, I think humans really are a force to be reckoned with. They just haven't figured that part out yet. But it's okay because we are going through a great awakening. So everybody that is beginning to wake up, there's a shift in consciousness. There is people are starting to wake up and realize that they're being duped. How about that? And once they wake up and realize that they've been duped, now they can make the conscious decision, right? Conscious choice to either stay where they are, go back to sleep, or continue to move forward and progress as a individual so that overall, collectively, we can all progress as a human race. But it's going to take each one of us to individually wake up. But I think what you're doing is, I don't know, I know you're probably trying to search and seek for answers, but the main thing you're going to realize in this life is the more you find out that you learn, the more you're going to realize that you really don't know. You don't know nothing. Okay? Nothing. Not nothing. Nothing. You don't know nothing. What are the most important things in our lives? Children, achievements, beloved. I don't know. That's individual. That's an individual question. That's something that you have to deem for yourself. So whatever is in your individual universe that you feel is important, because you got to remember, some people don't have children. Some people don't have achievements. Some people don't have loved ones. So that's an individual question that you're asking me and that you're trying to figure out. You need to make a decision in your life on what is the most important thing in your life. That's what you have to decide. And stop putting so much emphasis on trying to box yourself in with the world. You don't fit in. You never did. You are meant to stand out because you are an individual. And energetically, what we do individually will help everything overall. Consciously, subconsciously, energetically, whatever. But yeah, you're asking that question when it's not a right or wrong answer to that question. It's not a specific set answer to that. But if you ask those who are dying, they might mention a similar thing. I don't know. I never asked nobody that was dying that, so I'm not sure. I don't know. But one thing you can ask somebody that's about to die, if you like going to talk to people that's about to die, ask them what is the one thing that they regret the most. And it's going to be that they didn't live out the life that they knew they could have lived out. How about that? Think about all of the people that go to the grave with all of these ideas and creativeness and all of that stuff, but fear held them back, huh? We are born looking like our parents, but we die looking like our decisions, right? So maybe that's more of an important question, especially if a person is on their deathbed, not who's important to them. Because if they're about to die, then what is alive no longer matters after death. So I think you're asking the wrong question. I think you need to start asking what is the one thing that they wish they could take back or that they might regret, because then if they could do it all over again, they would have done it differently. But the thing is even if you ask somebody that, will that cause you to change who you are? Because if you're not going to change who you are, what's the point of even asking these people these questions, right? If we know that regret is that is the main thing that a lot of people have when they get older or when they're about to die, do you think that people are out here like, oh my goodness, this is a regret of people that's about to die, let me go ahead and change this? No. If you say, what's the most important thing in your life? Oh, it is. It's your children. It's your life. It's your achievements. It's your loved ones. Let me go ahead and love on them. No, people still gonna do what they want to do. So I think the questions that you asking is really not your business. They not your business. And being caught up in other mundane questions, that's how you probably would get lost, okay? Because it don't really matter. But I'm glad you asked that question so that you have clarity. You said you're right. It's okay to ask the questions though, because it'll help you understand. Because that's part of outside validation, wanting to know what other people views is, other people think, or instead of going with what's inside of you. What do you believe? What from your life experiences? What made you believe what you believe? Because your belief ain't everybody's belief, right? Your experience ain't everybody's experience. Your mindset isn't everybody's mindset. So what somebody else believes don't even concern you. And that's part of detachment, because once you detach from what the outside world believes, you don't care. Can't nobody hurt you. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? You feel me, Ramen? That's part of attachment that you're doing. You're attaching yourself to other people's situations and wanting to know about how other people would do shoulda, woulda, couldas and stuff. Yeah. Okay. You couldn't agree more. What? I did a curtsy bow with my cute little curtsy skirt. But yeah, you had some very great questions though. I appreciate that. So yeah, now I gotta figure out what I'm. But y'all, yeah, let's keep this. Mm. You know what? Because when I was saying about it, it's interesting. Just sitting back and being an observer. Try that. Like try sitting back and being an observer in life, and really just watch. And just take notes or what have you. Just pay attention, but don't put yourself in each situation. But just watch and watch how God unfolds in your life, around you, for the people around you. Watch how God really manifests, you know, when we don't understand and when we don't agree, agree to disagree. I might not agree with the way God is doing this, but God's thoughts are not my thoughts. You know what I mean? You said it's too hard. It ain't hard. You just ain't made the decision yet. You comfortable. You all snuggly with your little comfy on. You got a little snuggly that little snuggly robe on, blanket robe. You all comfortable. Got the heat on Nestle. Got the fireplace going proudly. Got your little nice cup of hot cocoa, and you love it there. It's okay. It's not hard because once where you are becomes hard, it'll become easy. So just be. It's okay to just live in that present moment. Remember you said you read the power of now. Be in that present moment. Just be okay with just being. And that's what I mean about being an observer. Just watching God unravel things in your life. Enjoy this moment right here, right now. Don't worry about the future. Don't dwell on the past. Just work. Just think on high thoughts of right now, this very moment. You in a beautiful space, right? And when it's time for you to move and do something, spiritually, physically, what have you, when it's time for you to move, you'll move. But don't force nothing, trying to make it come before it's time. Because one thing about God is He's on time. There's never no delays. He's an on-time God. The only delays that happen is the delays that we bring upon ourselves. So when you just operating in that right now moment, just being okay with right now, the now, then you'll start seeing more of the miracles in your life from God. I experienced what you said and it was amazing. Oh my goodness, that's good. So yeah, so if you experienced it, then go ahead and do it again so you can get more experiences of it. Like, if you loved it and it was amazing, then just keep sitting in that space. That's it. Just keep sitting in that space. It'll work out for you. But y'all, that's pretty much it. Y'all got any more questions? Wait, they don't love you like I love you, no way. And that's what we need to do. We need to start fully trusting and focusing on God, because when we start putting our trust and focus in man, oh my goodness, and we start to really just allow man to have more power than God, then we're not really experiencing what God put us here to do and to be, right? Because we're trusting in man more than we are in God. And I think that's why we are at the point that we are right now, even with everything that's going on in this society. With the elections and with the martial law that's supposed to be going on in South Korea, I really feel like that everything is divinely orchestrated by God. Don't get it twisted. It may look like confusion on the outside, but God has divinely orchestrated something on the inside. And see, what the devil means for evil, God can turn it around for your good, right? So it may look like confusion because everything ain't meant to be known. Because one thing about people is they'll go destroy it. They'll go mess it up. You know something, before it's time, you'll mess it up. So God got to confuse that enemy in your mind, that ego. Because it has to work out the way that he intended it to. And it ain't for you to know everything, because if you were all knowing, then you would be like God, right? But because we're not like God, it can seem like confusion. It can seem wrong. It can seem out of place. It can seem like chaos. It can seem like so many things that's going on in our life that we don't understand. And now we want to cry out to God when that's the whole intention from the beginning. Maybe God just wanted y'all to cry out to him and gain and build a relationship with him. Because if chaos is what's bringing you to God, to call out to him, maybe if he bring you more chaos, you will start learning to trust and depend on him, because we've put so much of our trust in man that when we get these little scare tactics in the world that's playing outside of us, and you begin to attach yourself to it, and you become fearful or worried or doubtful about what's going on, and you're confused, that confusion in your mind is not of God. But that moment of confusion will actually draw you closer to God. And if that's what it takes, because of our rebellion as a human nature, if it takes our rebellion to really get us close to God, then so be it. That's just what's needed to be, because every time we comfortable and we go right back to sleep, they just rock you right back to sleep. Come on, little baby. Just rock you right back to sleep. So sometimes you got to be uncomfortable for God to get your attention. We're supposed to be praising God all the time, at all times, right? We're supposed to be praising God. But a lot of times we sit up here complaining to God about what it is that he doing, like he ain't perfect, like he ain't the one who made all of this and he don't know what's going on. Why this going on, God? We just complain, or just constantly, just always got something to nag, whine, and complain about. You get what I'm saying? And when you nagging and whining and complaining all the time, the God, he ain't trying to hear all that. Oh, okay, that's what's going to draw you closer to me, because this the only time I get you to talk to me is when you're going through something, is when you're feeling chaotic, or is when something going on and it's out of your life is shuffled upside down, and now I get your attention, huh? I don't think God wants to do that. But if that's all that you're responding to when you building a relationship with God, then that's why he gonna keep doing. Yeah, so if you really want to seek change, stop speaking that negative stuff that y'all speaking about, what y'all think is going to happen, what y'all forecasting to happen, and all of that stuff. Stop forecasting that, because you know what? You're going to start speaking that into your own reality, not into the world, into your own reality. Because you're not understanding that you are the powerful being that is speaking the life and death that's coming off of your tongue, right? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Hey. So, yeah. And maybe we need to just start taking heed to what God is really trying to tell us. When we be like, nah, that ain't God. That ain't God telling us that. Maybe it is. Maybe God is really trying to convict you, your spirit, because your flesh is like, Y'all sat up there last year singing that whole song that went viral. Holy Spirit, activate. Now it's activating. Y'all scared. Y'all wanted to deactivate. No, it's too late for that now. You said about your earlier words, the most amazing and joyful moments of our lives are those moments that we are in the moment. Yes. Nah, you was doing good. Got my eye on you, though. Got my eye on you. You was doing good. Or maybe when you just sitting and just being. How about when you just sitting outside and you just inhaling and breathing in the fresh air? Are you enjoying that moment too? If that's the only thing that you get satisfaction in the present moment, baby, ooh-wee. You haven't experienced life. You haven't experienced life to the full capacity if those three things right there, if those are the only things that cause you to experience amazing and joyful moments. Because sometimes it's just sitting in solitude. Sometimes it's just sitting with yourself with no phone, no TV, complete silence, just you. Just you. Sometimes it's just you paying attention and being consciously aware of your surroundings, and you may see somebody that need help, and you ain't all in your head trying to figure out the past, present, and the future, so you can see that that person need help, and you can stop and say, let me go help that person. I feel good. Yeah. 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 So, yeah. Watch your words, y'all. Watch your mans. You used to watch your mouth. They be pressed and minister mouth to mouth. What do you say? I am obsessed. You know what I'm about? I don't know. Uzi. I don't know why that's song in my head now. But yeah, so watch our words, watch our mouth, watch our thoughts, watch what you're saying because it's only going to get worse if you keep looking at the worst. It's only going to get positive if you start focusing on more positive, right? Oh, no problem. Thank you. Thank you, though. Blessings to you. You know what? For the intention. Blessings unto you. 100-fold. Okay? My best moments are when I'm meditating, when I'm praying, and definitely when I'm with my better half. Okay. Yeah, okay, okay. The things that you really enjoy. That's another thing too. Start to understand and see what it is that you really love because I don't know about y'all, but where I come from, like he said, like Ramen said, it's like the only enjoyment on a regular basis from where I come from is either drinking drugs or fornicating, hanging out at the bars, clubbing, kicking it. That's I don't know if that's what they call the American dream over there. I don't know. But when you start to step outside of that box and you start to see the other side of the world, the other things that's out there that you haven't even began to explore, and you start exploring those things, like you said, you start realizing like, wow, I didn't know I like this. I didn't know, so and doing things that you enjoy more will put you in a better positive mental state as well so that it can help you to stay on a more positive frequency versus stepping into the positive then stepping back out, stepping into it and going back to the negative, stepping in, you know what I'm saying, like you want to kind of stay more consistent with the higher vibrations. How about that? Right. But yes, that's what I'm talking about. Meditating is always good. Praying is always good. But be careful what you pray for. Because praying for something or asking God for something, let me put it that way. Asking God for stuff that you want to happen in your life may come with a little bit of uproar, upheaval, confusion, chaos. It may come with a little bit of all that, right? But in the midst of that, even when you don't understand, you still just got to keep pressing on instead of complaining and speaking against what you just asked for. Because it's not going to always come wrapped up in a beautiful bowl and gift like you thought it was going to be. It ain't going to be wrapped all pretty all the time. It's going to come to you pretty. But that process, it may look like, I don't know, it's reminding me, I'm seeing this vision of the cartoons when they be like tearing stuff up, scrapping it, it look like all the stuff just flying everywhere and all you can see is just a bunch of rubble and stuff. You can't even see the stuff. You just see the fast movement going and you see stuff just flying out of it, out of that little vortex thing. And then at the end of it, it'd be like, oh, that's what it looked like to me. And it's so beautiful at the end. Horseback riding, bowling, roller skating, kicking it with other couples at the house, playing spades. Playing spades. You play spades for the holidays? Yes. Okay. Traveling internationally. Okay, okay. Those are some great ones. That's right. See? You done already discovered your likes. Y'all see that, y'all? Y'all see that? He done discovered his likes. So now, y'all might want to try some of that. Horseback riding, bowling, roller skating, kicking it with other couples at the house, playing spades or tonk, traveling internationally. Maybe you want to go out and try something else that you never did before. But those are just some good starters for y'all right there. So yeah, that's it, y'all. That's all I had to say for today. Um, guess it's time for me to just go back and be an observer and just continue to watch how God unravels things in the atmosphere. Don't judge it, just watch it. And I guarantee you, it'll all start to make sense. Like, oh, that's how you be doing it, God. Oh, okay. Some things may look normal and may go just like it's intended, but some things just not gonna look like how you thought it would. In order for God to help you, you have to be willing to help yourself. That's right. Exactly. How do you differentiate selfishness from self love? How do you differentiate selfishness from self love? Let's first take selfishness out of the vocabulary, okay? We're going to change that up front for you. So instead of saying that you're selfish, because it seems like you're putting you before you put other people, in which you should, okay? You got to take care of you first, because if you out there taking care of other people and other people taking care of other people, who going to take care of you? God? You expecting God to do all the work when he's giving you the power to do so? So what you have to do is call it self-fo, right? Not selfish, you're self-fo. Hey, Jason. You are self-fo. So if you calling yourself self-fo, that's part of self-love because you're putting yourself first. God says, keep your temple holy and acceptable, right? That means you have to work on this inner temple daily. That's putting you first. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really the time that I had for relationships as far as like friendships and stuff like that, when I was younger, I don't see that time nowhere in my schedule no more. I don't see that in my schedule no more because when I wake up, I am being self-full by putting me first, by putting God first and taking care of me. When I get my day started, I am taking care of me. As I get my day going, I am still focused on taking care of me. You know what I'm saying? The temple that God has provided me with, right? And then as the evening go on, I got to take care of home. I don't see no reason. I mean, if somebody calling you selfish, that's just because they're upset because they can't have your time from you. They want to take your power and use it for them. No, we're not doing that anymore. That was the old world. You have now entered the new world order. Buckle your seatbelts. We're going for a ride. And if you've always depended on other people to handle your needs, baby, you will fall off the plane. So we suggest you get your mask and get your off now. But if you are the one that has always been helping people, put the mask on yourself first and make sure you take care of you. Enjoy your flight. You said you can't forget a nice romantic picnic. She'll never, ever forget you. Oh, that is sweet. Wow, I don't think I ever been on a romantic picnic. But yeah, that's nice. You do that for your girl, your wife. Miss Lady. She probably enjoys that. With the nice little pillows and a little Japanese table out there on the ground and a blanket. Oh, yeah. Pack the sandwiches. You said, don't feel bad. I lost my best years to toxic entanglement, so now I'm busy fixing myself. You didn't lose your best years. You learned in your best years. Now your better years, your better best years is here. So you didn't lose anything. You're not starting over. That was experience so that you would know what not to accept. That's maturity, right? That's when you finally grow up. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, boys can become males, but never become men. They become adults. Females can become adults. Like, they become women, but they don't become ladies, all of them. So don't feel bad. I don't feel bad either. I just don't see the time no more. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed that time. Trust you me. Everything I did when I was younger, I enjoyed myself. And I'm glad I got it out the way because what make it look real bad is when you my age and you still trying to act like your kids, trying to hang out with them and do it. No, now that right there, that would be embarrassing. Somebody would have to pull me. Get your butt up out of here. Get out of this club. But so I enjoyed everything I did because that was the time I was supposed to do it. I always set up something to surprise her every year in a different state, though, for a great romantic picnic. Colorado was the last spot. Oh, wow. Did y'all go skiing? Sled? No, not sledding. Skiing. Skiing. Did y'all go skiing? That sounds so nice. Being in that snow and stuff. Putting on the little boots with the little, what they call it, a bomber vest. Bomber vest. You said that's a positive spin on it. Yeah. You enjoyed yourself, right? But did you have fun? What did that dude say when the dude was driving? He said, but did you die? But in this case, it's, but did you have fun? We went skiing, yes, but we went there in the summertime and it was not as good. Oh, okay, yeah. So y'all missed the whole little fireplace experience. You gotta go back. Take her back. Take her back. I'm talking for her. She said take her back in the winter. Do you believe in karma? I am karma. I could be your karma or your dharma. Yeah, so um you said, are you? I said what I said. I meant it too. hmm So yeah, I believe in myself. Of course. What that song say? Be careful with me. Don't know what you're choosing. Who's feeling the hurting and bruising? You gonna the whole world that it's worth the that you're choosing. Be careful with me. I sure am. Thank you very much. Maybe you are too. I don't know. You just have to see yourself as such. But I know I am. So, yeah. He said, I believe in karma because karma comes from your bad energy that you put on somebody. And karma isn't a God thing, it's an energy thing that works with the devil. Karma is evil. I don't think karma is evil, only because everything comes from God. Everything is God. Everything was God. What did it say in the beginning? In the beginning, everything was God. Everything was with God. And everything is God. I don't think it's evil. I just think that because you can have good karma, which they call dharma, right? Ain't that what they call it? I believe you should probably put it maybe in a sense of sowing and reaping, right? That's the laws of nature, reaping and sowing. So whatever you put out there, whatever seeds you sow, that which you will also reap. So if you are sowing seeds of apples, don't expect oranges. Okay? Yeah. He said, just think of it like this. If you ever seen the great movie Boomerang, Eddie Murphy got his karma in that movie. People get karma every day, baby. It's to play out every day, too. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Yes, honey. What is? I feel like 227. Mm-hmm. You ain't heard it. Wait, who said that one? That one 227. Who was that? You ain't heard it from me. No, you have not. No. I really had a good time chatting with you too. It was amazing. I wish you the best as well, and I hope you return. And if I don't, I'll see you on the upper level in the spirit realm, baby. All right. So, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting with me and allowing me to experience you during that time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day or moments, whatever it is where you are. That was 227, the old lady in the window. Because you ain't heard from me, honey. No, you have not. No. Mm-hmm. What they do, they pucker them lips up too, didn't they? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, y'all. I don't even know what the title is starting today. I don't even know what the title is. I figured out one. I guess I figured out. But, oh, 61. Ooh, she had to be the nosiest neighbor since In Living Colors, Miss Jenkins. Now, I don't quite remember Miss Jenkins. I remember the name, but I don't really quite remember Miss Jenkins. Let me see. I'm about to pull that up and see Miss Jenkins. I ain't do nothing, y'all. That was me on the counter, okay? That was me. That was me. Miss Jenkins on the Living Color. Let me see. Ooh, I put it typed in the wrong one. I remember Miss Swan. Yeah, he looking like a man. he, yeah, he. Oh, she that was her that said it. Yeah, okay. Hold on, let me go back so y'all can see it. That was her.
How we doing there, ma'am? Hey, officer, how you doing? Oh, doing fine. Look, we're looking for this lady who's been doing a lot of looting in this area. Her name is a Miss Jenkins.
You ain't heard it from me. Wow. I ain't the one to gossip, and you ain't heard it from me. Yeah, that's wild. Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? All right, y'all. I'm about to get ready to go. I'll talk to y'all soon. I love y'all. Till next time. You ain't heard it from me, but let's grow.